Andrew Clennell, our political editor, is with me here at Optus Stadium this morning. Andrew, good morning. We'll get to the Labor launch in a moment, but let's start first of all with another launch and the focus for Josh Frydenberg in Melbourne. He's really got a battle on his hands, hasn't he?
Yes, his campaign launched today. Morning, Kieran, and morning everyone from beautiful Perth. Well, there are real fears that within the government that Treasurer Josh Frydenberg could lose his seat of Kooyong, and the government could lose 3 or 4 seats to independents in 3 weeks' time when the election is on. In effect, the government appears as worried about losing to independents as they are of losing seats to Labor. Have a look at this latest sign from Josh Frydenberg in his seat as he faces down a challenge from independent Monique Ryan. No Liberal Party branding here. It simply says, "Keep Josh." From speaking to several Liberal sources, it's my understanding that Trent Zimmerman is behind in North Sydney and Dave Sharma behind in Wentworth as they tackle challenges from TEAL independents. Also touch and go are the prospects of Frydenberg in Kooyong and Tim Wilson in Goldstein. The government is said to be behind Labor in Pearce and Swan in WA and Reid in Sydney, but they are drawing closer to Labor in those seats, giving the government some hope. Chisholm in Victoria is also said to be a real challenge to the Liberals. Really, 3 weeks out, it appears a lot of it does come down to Anthony Albanese's performance now. If he makes gaffes like day one of the campaign, it could be enough to swing people to the incumbent at the last minute. But Scott Morrison is up against it where we sit now. He's fighting battles on 2 fronts with Labor and the independents. And here in WA, the Liberals are taking advantage of Kevin Rudd and his position on the mining tax back in the day to launch ads against the Labor launch. But there's this ad too from WA Labor against Scott Morrison, which evokes the image of Scott Morrison calling WA people cave people.
For 2 years, Morrison's Liberals fought WA, tried to tear down the border, and backed Clive Palmer in his High Court case against us. They said New South Wales was the gold standard, and West Australians were cave people.